station the notes to start off with a pun. In today's segment, like always, we'll be covering technology and the way it's received in modern day. More specifically, we're going to cover three subjects: Tesla cars, communication, and the millennial debate. But before any of that, a history lesson. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, leading to direct dialing in 1892. In 1973, the first cell phone call was placed, and fiber optic telephone lines were laid in 1977. In 1971, email was invented and created a whole new way of communicating throughout the world. What do these have in common, you might ask? Well, these are both ways of communicating, along with text, social media, FaceTime, Skype. In fact, 2 billion people on the planet use cell phones, according to James Katz, professor of communication at Rutgers University. So I think I just want to say technology's pretty great. Whether you're calling your loved ones, sending a resume through email, or anything else that utilizes modern communication, I think we can all agree, technology's pretty awesome. But you want to know who doesn't think technology is cool? Old people. Whether you've seen it firsthand or not, there's a group of people in this world who think, "Ugh, kids these days have no respect and need to get off their cell phones and play outside." But the funny thing is, they're wrong. And I have facts to prove it. There's a test called the Youth Risk Behavioral Surveillance System, or YRBSS for short, if that is short. It's a test that many of you have probably taken. So I actually have two sets of results, one from 1991 and one from 2013. Seniors at the time in 1991 would usually be in their 40s, probably the biggest demographic, saying, "Kids these days." And the other is from 2013, probably a date I took this test. And if the people who say kids these days are right, then, well, the evidence should be telling. Well, in 1991, 71.1% of high schoolers smoked cigarettes. 2013, 41.1. But there's been policy changes on that. There's been anti-smoking advertisements. Maybe that's just a fluke. What about alcohol? Not too many anti-drinking ad campaigns. It's always been considered bad. 50.8% in 1991, 34.9% in 2013. How about sexting? Sexting has made this generation completely sexed up and crazy. Well, apparently not. 10.2% of people in 1991 had sex before the age of 13. On the other hand, 5.6 in 2013. And what about condom usage? If you are having sex before the age of 13, you probably don't want to get pregnant. 46.2 in 1991 said they would not use a condom during sex. 60.2 in 2013 said they would. 31.2 of you smoked weed. On the other hand, 40.7 of us did. Man, that's so terrible. Ecstasy is down 4%, meth is down 6%. Fights on school campus, down by half. Fights at all, 2013 is down by 30 percentiles. That's a lot. Well, that's all the statistics I really care to give you. This, more or less, to me, proves that our generation isn't as bad as people say it is. And now that segment I promised you about the Tesla car. Tesla's named after an electrical engineer and physicist, Nikola Tesla. The Tesla Roadster, the car that we're talking about, uses an AC motor descended directly from Tesla's original design in 1882. Tesla Roadster is the company's first vehicle and was the first produced automobile to use lithium-ion battery cells. It's also the first one to have a range that is longer than 200 miles. Between 2008 and 2012, Tesla sold more than 2,250 Roadsters in 31 different countries. The lithium-ion battery cells do not use a single battery, but rather it uses 18650 commodity cells, which are usually found in laptops and other devices. Tesla Motor uses a version of these cells that are cheaper and lighter than the standard version. The cost and weight were lowered by removing some of the safety features that Tesla Motors deems redundant. The reason Tesla thinks they're redundant is because they have an advanced thermomagnetic system that makes them battery fireproof. There's currently only one company that produces these batteries for Tesla, and it was one of the investors for Tesla. The company's name is Panasonic. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the future.